What's going on, everybody? James Bouligny here for the COVER1 post-game show. We have incredible news for the Concho Valley. Before we get really far into it, though, we do have to thank our title sponsor, Whataburger.
Whataburger now has new premium coffee. That means a brand new taste with new flavors. And it's coming in hot and iced cold. New hot and iced coffee from Whataburger, just like you like it. For the first time ever, Whataburger has iced coffee. So hey, get vanilla iced coffee with breakfast, caramel iced coffee with a snack. And for dinner, how about mocha iced coffee? Or just get plain. Nothing wrong with a classic. New iced coffee from Whataburger, just like you like it.
All right, we're going to get right into it. The good news for the Concho Valley so far is Wall beat Canadian tonight 49-3. Just completely dominated from the first whistle to the last. The entire game, Wall just harassed Clay Kendall on defense, and then their offense put up points like no tomorrow. Bandit, let's go ahead and roll those highlights real quick. All right, Wall started off the game. They were up 7-3 after the first quarter, and this was a big one. Wall's lost Canadian twice the past 2 years. Here you go. There's Wall getting back there, harassing Clay Kendall. That's just one sack of many throughout the night. And here you go. This is the first play after a punt. Briggs Jones took this 60 yards to the house. Wall is up 14-3 with 7:33 left in the second quarter. Here's our man number 12 out there, Brylan White, getting his hands up almost with the interception. He's kicking himself over it, but they played such a great defensive game that it's not that big of a deal. You take it easy on yourself, Brylan. Here you go. Here's Evan Bailey. 79 yards down the field. Wall is up 21-3 with 3:37 left in the first half. You know, this is getting out to Briggs Jones. He's getting upfield. Flag comes in. But it was an illegal hands to the face on the defense. I think they threw the flag so Briggs Jones couldn't celebrate. But touchdown was good. Wall leads 28-3, 2:50 left in the second. Here you go. There's Clay Kendall looking around, getting around, fumbles the ball. Wall picks it up. 13 seconds left in the half. Wall, ball. And here you go. This is Lianos catching the screen out of the backfield. Great blocking up front. Gets downfield for probably a good 60 yards. And that was a third down play. Here you go. York throws touchdown. Kellen Oliver on fourth and goal. Wall is up 35-3. 8:29 left in the third quarter. All right, Wall's on defense here. Canadians trying to get something going, but Brylan White has other things in mind. Gets a sack on him. Drags him down. Here you go. This is the sack. My bad. I apologize. There's Brylan getting him down. Getting it all fired up for him. Here you go. York sending man in motion. He's going to hand it off to Yeager Thompson. Gets upfield to the 28-yard line. You go fourth down for Wall. 4th and 13. And they will convert. There you go. 21 getting in. This is the backups here. I slowed it down to turn it up. We got Brylan White and Coach Slaughter coming up.
I'm here with Brylan White, outside linebacker for the now Region 1 champion Wall Hawks. Brylan, defense dominated tonight, really set the tone from the first drive on. Just give me your overall thoughts. Like on that first drive, Canadian drives all the way inside the 10-yard line and y'all stop them.
I was a little scared at first. I mean, they had that 30-yard run, but we ended up stopping them, going back to offense and running down the field.
So, like, it wasn't just that first stop. It's like after y'all scored that first touchdown, it seemed like anytime Canadian would threaten something, y'all would come up with a big play. You had a lot to do with that. You had a couple sacks tonight. You helped force that fumble. You know, just give me your thoughts on your performance.
I think I did good. I could play better. I mean, tonight was a little rough for me, but, you know, we all have our off days.
Well, Well, I mean, with that being said, you say you had an off day. Y'all were forcing pressure without sending guys, you know? Like, how much pressure does that take off your secondary when your front four can get after the quarterback?
It takes a lot of pressure off. I mean, with us three, we're some dogs. We work all day at this. So, you know, to be able to go against 3v5, it's amazing that, like, it takes so much pressure off of our secondary.
Yeah, see, that's even more impressive. I thought y'all were sending 4, but no, you're sending 3, you know? All right, man, like, so shout out a couple guys tonight who you thought just played lights out.
Klein Smith, our kicker, he's a freshman who had to step up last week because our other defensive end, Lane Stansberry, went out. I like to shout out my entire defense, my offense, special teams. Everyone they worked their butts off tonight.
All right, man, you finally got over the Canadian hump. You got Gunter next week. Y'all aren't done here, right? Going all the way to Jerry's World?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, man. Well, congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
I appreciate you. Yes, sir. Joining me is head coach of the Wall Hawks after finally that regional final championship. Wall defeats Canadian tonight, 49-3. Coach, just tell me how you're feeling.
Dude, just awesome, excited, relieved. You know, just we knew this team was capable, and man alive, did they come out and just play lights out. Just couldn't be prouder, happier. So excited to take the field next week, knowing, my gosh, you know, that you're a game away. Let's go play our tail off. Just proud of our kids, man.
It seems like the defense set the tone early. Canadian drove down the field, got inside the 10-yard line, and then you stopped them, held them to that field goal. But then on the offensive side, you rolled that dice, went for it on 4th and goal, and I think that truly set the tone for the rest of the game. What was the thought process behind going for it?
You know, we were talking, like, even when they got the 3, I was like, we're not losing this game 3-0. You know, I knew our offense is explosive, and the same thought process down here. Even if we didn't get it, I like our shot to keep them down here, get the ball back at the 4. You know, we want to be aggressive, and we've talked about it, you know, and that was a chance to show the kids, you know, this is what we preach, we're going to do it. And again, credit to Londerholm. I said, dude, do you have one you like? He said, yes, I do. I said, do it, you know, and he was correct.
And, Coach, I know that you're the defensive guy, and your defense honestly could not have played better than they did tonight. Multiple sacks, multiple turnover on downs. You got that fumble before the half. It just seemed like not even that the ball was rolling your way, but it's like your defense impressed your will upon Canadian tonight. Just talk about your defense for a minute.
Dude, no, probably the best we played all year. You know, it was. You know, they had the first or second, that first drive, you know, they busted a couple of runs, but we held. And, man, after that, you know, we were getting pressure, not sending heat. You know, credit to that awesome D-line we have. And, you know, it was just a total team, awesome performance. You know, just, again, offense, defense, specials played amazing, and just can't be happier or prouder.
And then, of course, on your offense, Landon York had another big night. Briggs Jones had another big night. I could just go on and name all the guys because it seemed like everyone had a big night tonight. Just go ahead and talk about your offense for a minute.
Dude, just explosive, awesome. You know, definitely, you know, hit some home runs. You know, no turnovers. You know, played amazing. Just those names and all those names that don't get talked about. Those old linemen that are just bruising people and protecting York and letting York make decisions with the ball. Just again, just a complete team performance. OD, you name it. It was awesome.
And, Coach, I know y'all aren't done yet, but congratulations on finally getting over the Canadian hump.
Thank you, man, very much.
Sir.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
All right. Yeah, for the man himself, congratulations, Coach Slaughter. Congratulations to the Wall Hawks team. Played a great game tonight. You get Gunter next week. They beat Holiday 33-7. We'll get more into that later in the show. Let's go ahead and thank one of our sponsors. Show your Hawk pride with a custom cookie cake from Great American Cookies. Celebrate in style with a treat that's the sweetest victory. Find them in the Cinemark Tinseltown. Find them next to Cinemark Tinseltown in the Sherwood Way Shopping Center at 4553 Sherwood Way. Great American Cookies, where every occasion is worth celebrating. All right, we're going to move on to a game from last night. We talked about this in the pregame show. Post and Stamford. Stamford put it on pretty good, but they are one of the favorites at state. Bandit, let's go ahead and run the highlights real fast. All right, Stanford's up 7-0 at this point. Here you go. This is Christian Duran scrambling out. He's going to find Clea Whitfield. Corner of the end zone, 48 seconds left in the first quarter. Stanford's now up 14-0. All right, coming up, this is Stanford's next drive. And Duran's just going to hand off to Drew Falks, who gets in for the score. 21-0, 9:27 left in the second. And then Stanford had another touchdown, so they made it 28-0. And here's post. This is Ian Vergara. getting into the end zone, getting post on the board. 7:23 left in the third quarter. Point after was no good, so 28-6. And post has to do something here. You can't spot a team 28 points and expect to win many games. Here you go. Here's Christian Duran just taking it himself, getting upfield, in for the score. Point after was good. 10:56 left in the fourth quarter. Stamford's up 42-6 at this point. And this is actually, I think, the touchdown, or Ian Vergara scored a touchdown again. 2-point was no good. 8:36 left in the fourth. Stamford's up 42-12 at this point. Post driving again. Going to find Keandre Jefferson down the field for the score. 2-point was good on that one. 5:44 left in the second. Stamford 42. Post 20. This is the 2-point conversion. This is Draven Gonzalez catching it out the side of the end zone. But just too much space in between them. Not enough time. This is Stetson Campbell getting upfield, in for the touchdown. 48-20. Stamford up. 5:08 left in the fourth quarter. And here's Ian Vergara pounding it in. 2-point was no good. 2 minutes left in the fourth. Stamford up 48-26. That ended up being the final score there. Post had a great season. I think they posted 2-8 seasons before this. To go 4 rounds deep up against a team that I believe is going to state. I think Stanford's that good. Great season for Post, and just got to roll it back next year. Let's go ahead and thank another sponsor for us. Since 1994, Angelo Bolt Industrial Supply has served the Contra Valley for 30 years and counting. Angelo Bolt is the go-to place for fasteners, power tools, air compressors, safety equipment, and everything in between. Chances are Angelo Bolt will always have what you need when you need it, and the odd chance they don't have exactly what you're looking for, they'll find it fast. No request is too big or too small for Angelo Bolt, located at 808 Warehouse Road, where customer service is their top priority. Thank you, Angelo Bolt, for bringing us all of our coverage of all things sports in the Contra Valley and the South Plains. All right, we have to move on to another game, though. This is a 6-man game. This is Jayton and Klondike. Jayton, I think, is the favorite from this. They're going to state. This was the last game for 6-man before state. And let's go ahead and pull up those highlights. Banda. All right, here you go. Here's Jayton. That's Aiden Salazar. For the touchdown, kick is good. 56 seconds left in the first quarter. Jayton 8, Klondike 0. All right, Klondike. This is Jake Jones. Hitting number 10, Luke Smith. Gets in for the score. Kick is good. 4:34 left in the second quarter. Game's tied at 8-8. Back to Jayton. Here's Bodie Ham getting in for the touchdown. Kick was good. 4:14 left in the second quarter. Jayton 16. Klondike 8. All right, I think that was after recovered kick, Jayton number 2. That's Bodie Ham taking it in. Kick was good, 24-8. Here you go, snapped over his head. Jayton number 8 snagged the ball. That's Griff Reel. Taking it in for a touchdown. 3:57 left in the second. Kick is good. Jayton's now up 32-8. All right, here we go. Bodie Ham again. Getting in for the tutty. 1:05 left in the second quarter. Kick was good. Jayton 40, Klondike 8. Klondike wouldn't just take it, though. This is Jared Quintanilla to Slay Bowley. Getting in for the touchdown. Kick is good. 28 seconds left in the second quarter. Jayton 40, Klondike 16. All right, here's Jayton. This is number 13. That's Sean Staniland. Getting it downfield to Colt Gentry for the touchdown. Kick was no good. 4 seconds left in the second. Jayton 46. Klondike 16. Here's Jared Quintanilla getting it to Slay Bowley down the field. That made it 46-24. This is Bodie Ham punching in for a score. 5:11 left in the third. Jayton 54, Klondike 24. Here's Quintanilla throwing it downfield for Bowley. Touchdown. 2:41 left in the third. Jayton 54, Klondike 32. Fighting back. All right, here's number 15 for Jayton. Excuse me. Number 13 for Jayton. That's Staniland getting in for the score. All right, here's Klondike's Jared Quintanilla hitting Luke Smith for the touchdown. 9:07 left in the fourth. Jayton 62 to Klondike 40. All right, there's Bodie Ham trotting around the inside for the touchdown. 8:22 left in the fourth quarter. Kick was no good. Jayton 68, Klondike 40. There's so many plays in 6-man, man. I'm lost now. All right, Jayton number 20. That's Colt Gentry. Running in after the kickoff. Kick was good. 3:38 left in the fourth. Jayton 90 to 48. This is the last play here, and this is Jayton stripping the ball away. Not before a little run here. He just took it from him. That's Bodie Ham. Jayton won big time over. I think they're going to play, not Gordon or Abbott. Whoever's on the other side of that bracket. But Jayton ended up winning that one 90 to 48. Jayton's moving on to state. Great season for those guys. And I think they're going to put it on whoever gets in their way. Let's go ahead and hear from Jim Bass Ford real quick. Banda.
Now at Jim Bass, scan our QR code and find great deals on cars and trucks. Right now, you can get $11,000 in total savings on all remaining 2024 Ford F-150s in stock.
You can only get deals like this at Jim Bass Ford, Houston, Hart and Arden Road, or 24/7 at bassbus.com, or you can use this QR code right here. It's on the other side, isn't it?
All right, we're going to have a little bit of discussion here. I didn't pull up scores for Banda, so he's going to have to do that real quick. But let's have a little discussion about Wall. They're playing Gunter next week at ACU. It's probably going to be at 4 o'clock. That's what we've heard anyway. And Gunter is really damn good. They've scored 44 points a game this year. They've only given up 13 points a game. They beat Holiday, who was scoring 45 points a game, and only giving up 18. So for Gunter to score, 33 and only allow 7 when you're scoring 45, Gunter's extremely, extremely solid. They're not the same team they were last year. I think their quarterback graduated, but they are really good. They've only lost to Salina and Anna this year. I think Anna's the defending state champ, but Salina's probably going to state this year. They are one of the teams to beat. I mean, they've been to state the past couple years. So Wall's going to have to play just as good, if not better, than they played tonight against Gunter to win that game. And other games, Munster, I think, beat Collinsville pretty well tonight. So Munster's probably heading back to state. They're going to play Groover or Ropes. Ropes up there in the South Plains. Groover, I think, was winning that one last time I checked. And they are their quarterback, I think, or they're running. I think they put up like 2,000 yards on the ground. Groover has. They're really good. Munster has kind of the same. They have quite a bit of rushing power there. And then into tomorrow, Water Valley's going to play Whiteface, so we're going to find out who ends up going to state there. And they'll play either Abbott or Gordon there at state. And other than that, I think we're Wall's going to have to play good. Water Valley has to go out and play how they've been playing in order to get to state. We could possibly have 2 teams from the Contra Valley go to state, which is great for the Contra Valley. You know, out here way West Texas like we are, it's hard to compete with teams in the Metroplex and down that I-35 line and east of I-35. But yeah, that's gonna be tough. Let's go ahead and move on. We'll get to scores real quick. Before we do, though, for any banking needs, go to Texas Bank. Proven local, strong side customers refer to Texas Bank, one of the most successful banks in the Lone Star State. Texas Bank is a full-service bank with over $2 billion in assets, and they operate in 16 locations from El Paso to Dallas, Fort Worth, including 3 right here in San Angelo, located 2201 Sherwood Way, 1815 North Chadburn, and 4206 College Hills. Texas Bank staff are your friends, family, and neighbors. All right, Ben, did you get scores pulled up? I apologize, man. I'm sorry. You ready? Yeah. Let's run some scores fast. There are some scores from, I just put all the games in, so there are some games that are going to be played tomorrow that are probably going to be at the end. They're just 0-0 right now. They haven't started yet. But right now, Bouligny is beating Corpus Christi Miller 51-36 in the 4th quarter. Argyle beat Lovejoy 42-17. Highland Park beat Frisco Lone Star 41-28. All right, here you go. South Oak Cliff, no surprise there, beat Port Neches Grove 56-14. Austin Westlake over Lake Travis 24-17, 4th quarter. Lake Travis still has a chance in that one. Vandergrift beating Harlan 40-7 in the 4th quarter. Munster beat Collinsville 47-7, 3rd quarter. La Vega beat Sealy 35-14. Wimberley beat Sinton 29-12, 3rd quarter, or is beating. Columbus is beating Franklin 35-21. Edna is beating Llano at the half 20-7. Malakoff beat Liberty Elau, is beating Liberty Elau 28-0, 3rd quarter. Here in the 3rd quarter, Paradise over Shallow Water 19-7. At the half, Woodville beating Dangerfield 33-0. Tidehaven beating Lexington at the half 21-14. Axtell beating Hamilton 14-7, 3rd quarter. Bremen beating Grapeland 38-14, 4th quarter. 3rd quarter, Groover and Ropes are all tied up 14-14. Graham is beating Brock 10-7 at the half. Graham actually beat Brock this year, so they're keeping it close. Maybe Brock can pull that one out. Kilgore beating Tyler Chapel Hill 13-0, 2nd quarter. West Plains beating Stephenville 21-14, 3rd quarter. Come on, Stephenville. Lavernia beating Bay City 14-10 at the half. Carthage beating Van 33-7, 2nd quarter. Always be over this before the start. All right, go ahead and I can pull up some scores for you real fast. I apologize about that. I got it real fast. All right, Austin Vandergraft versus San Antonio Harlan. Go ahead and throw it. Throw the Texas Bank overlay up for us real fast. All right, Austin Vandergrift is beating San Antonio Harlan 47-7. A final from Lake Travis to Austin Westlake 24. Austin Westlake 24, Lake Travis 17. That's a final. Highland Park over Frisco Lone Star 41-28 final. Argyle over Lovejoy 42-17 final. Bouligny over Corpus Christi Miller 58-43 4th quarter. South Oak Cliff beat Port Neches Grove 56-14. Salina beat Alvarado 48-21. That's the 4th quarter, so Salina's probably going to advance there. Lavernia beat Bay City 42-24. Final, West Plains beat Stephenville 42-35. 4th quarter of this one, Kilgore over Tyler Chapel Hill 23-6. And we have a final from Brock and Graham. Brock beat Graham 18-10. Brock advances. Carthage beat Van 53-14. Waco La Vega beat Sealy 48-30. fourth quarter here, Wimberley over Sinton, 36-19. All right, Columbus beat Franklin, 62-42. There in the fourth quarter, Edna is beating Llano, 41-14. All right, Malakoff beat Texarkana Liberty Allow, 35-0. And a final from this one, Paradise beat Shallow Water, 32-15. Wall beat Canadian, 49-3. Woodville is beating Dangerville, 40-7 in the fourth quarter. Tidehaven is beating Lexington, 28-21 in the fourth quarter. That's a game that could be Wall's opponent should Wall go to state. All right, Hamilton beat Axtell, 15-14. Bremen is beating Bremen beat Grapeland, 45-14. Munster beat Collinsville, 54-14. And a final, Groover beat Ropes. Oh, go ahead and wake it back up, Banda. Come back to me. Sorry about we had some technical difficulties here. I apologize for that. Groover beat Ropes, 42-21 finals. So Groover is going to play Munster in the next round. Apologize for the scores there. But yeah, it's been a great week. Hopefully Water Valley can go out and get a win against Whiteface tomorrow. We're going to have our man Scott Ranchaka there covering that one. He covered them last week, did a great job for us. I want to thank Ryan Chadwick and Nick Thompson for running around the games for us here. I want to thank Lucas Banner for running the board. I want to thank Paul Harris for putting up articles and running scores for us. And thank our scorekeepers. Appreciate y'all.